Well, hello and welcome back and happy holidays. So, I want to talk stocking stuffers for this Christmas. We have Christmas in a couple days from now, and I was at Walmart and I found something I had been looking for a while, and that is Series 1 of Botbots and reissues of G1 mini bots, but with new head sculpts. So, first off, let's go ahead and jump into these Botbots. Got the package here. Botbots are sort of this thing that's jumping on the YouTube trends of blind box opening up strange themed toys, but these turn into robots. And from the pictures I've seen, they're pretty cute. So let's see. Instructions on the open. Looks like you just pull the back up and you pop the back out. It's actually kind of interesting that they've made it semi-interactive rather than just ripping it apart. Have you messed with any of the modern kids' toys like, I don't know, LL dolls or something, which my daughter plays with? Part of the purchase is the interaction. So while this is a very minor one, it looks like there is some interaction design into this package. Lots of warning and junk addresses. Not really a whole lot of anything on the back. Now, one thing to notice, and we're going to confirm this is true, I'll put a link in the description below if this works, is, so there's some numbers inscribed here. They mean nothing, at least as far as we're concerned. However, if you look on this side, in this area here, it almost looks like someone took a scribe and there's a number scratched into it. And it's like that on every one of them. 1 through 24, I think. And so I grabbed a couple of these to see if the numbers that are posted online are accurate. So there we go. We push it back, and number 24, which is one of the ones I was wanting, is that one. So that is accurate. So we'll go ahead and get this open here. You guys can kind of see what the little flyer's about. So it shows transformation sequence, a little bit of illustration about the characters. So Jock Squad, I'm assuming that every squad, which there's I think a handful for each squad, will have their own illustration. Okay, then a checkoff sheet on the back where it has a little illustration of each one in the transform mode. So this guy is a little boxing glove, and I'm just gonna go by assumption. Yeah, he transforms into a little robot dude with a black eye and a missing tooth. So very simple transformation, little bit of articulation because it's on a ball joint. However, it's not a whole lot to do much with. You can get a little bit of expression in there. Can't really look around or anything. It's simple. It's cute. It's fun. They're collectible. It's a neat little way to maybe get your kids into Transformers, and girls who are possibly into sort of the strange little toys. Oh, looks like there's one more part of the transformation here. Let's look at the back just to be sure. So yeah, that folds up, and the feet look like they pop down. But yeah, if you have a daughter who might be interested in Transformers but doesn't really want them, and you just want something cheap for a stocking stuffer, but good for boys, good for girls, I think it's pretty neat. I really like how well it's printed on there. A couple little, one defect mark, nothing big. But yeah, that one's pretty neat. Let's go ahead and open the other one. This one is number 1. So fold that out, and then just press. And yep, it's the other one I wanted. So I will put a link in the description below so you can see, if you're looking for these, what numbers correlate with the figure that you might want. And I was right, this one has another illustration, Toilet Troop. So this one, what in the world? It's called Stinkosaurus, and he's a plant. So I'm not sure what toilets and stinking has to do with it, but yeah, it's a plant. So its steps are, okay, that folds up, and then this part folds out from underneath. Okay, well, that's kind of neat. And then the hands fold down, and that's done. So if you're familiar with the, and that's sort of why I kind of thought these were neat. If you're familiar with the old Happy Meal toys from the 80s. They had Happy Meals that turn into food, or from food to robots, and then they had another series that turned from food into dinosaurs. And my kids loved that sort of thing, and I thought this would be something neat for them to get into. Great for stocking stuffers. They're just under a few bucks a piece, and I think that's pretty neat for what it is. I don't know if I'm going to get any more of the other series. I got some for my kids to put in their stockings, so we'll see how that turns out. So on to the next ones. So these look so good, I kind of don't want to open them, but I'm going to anyway. So on the back of the package, we've got Swerve here. The classic illustration, photo of that. Everything looks pretty vintage as far as the design goes. And then on the back, the transformation, that brilliant classic art of Optimus Prime and Starscream. A little bit of notes about supervision. Then we got the bio, and if you've got this sort of red thing, the little red glasses, I'm sure this probably still works because it's just a way of printing things. And so let's see if we can open this. Oh, it looks like it comes off pretty easily without destroying the package. So there's the first one. We've got Swerve. There's two other ones on top of this. I wasn't as keen on getting those guys. I think it was Tailgate, and I can't remember what the other one was. So let me see. Let me see if I can pop this off without tearing the package. And so I took him out. Now what I did, not what I planned. It wasn't wanting to come off the way I wanted. So I took a blade and I just slightly cut around here, and I was able to fold it off. I could either leave it this way, or I could try to finish cutting it around, and then I have a nice little package display. But I think they're both very sharp. Now this is the G1 Bumblebee art and the G1 Bumblebee face. And just to show you, these faces are different. This is more cartoon based, same as this one. So this is not necessarily a G1 reissue. It is a G1 reissue with a modern face. I don't know how you want to phrase it, but it's pretty neat. If you're looking for the exact same toy you had as a kid or from the 80s, this is not it. This is something slightly different. However, I think these are pretty cool. I didn't realize how much bigger Bumblebee was. I never had a G1 Bumblebee, but I do have an original Swerve. And these, I think I paid $10 on the secondhand market for it, and these were about just under $8 for both of them. And it's almost maybe worth getting all of them. Now, something that stands out immediately is that I see a kind of bend in his knees just being there. It looks like there's a defect in mine, which is something to consider. And another thing about the package before I move on is I noticed some of them had actually fallen out of the package because the glue didn't hold. So if you're wanting to keep the back and remove this, it might be worth looking around to see ones that are already kind of loose before you select it. That way you can take it out more easily. Otherwise, you might get one that you want to just keep in the package, which might be a nice way to display it. So anyway, we have moving tires. We have nice, shiny, electroplated chrome, shiny stickers, Autobot logo, and that face. See if I can get close on it. Face looks really good. Appears to be painted, I think. At least that's how it looks. And it's done really well. For being the price point of this figure, it's really well. So, of course, these are G1, limited articulation. We've got rotation at the shoulder. Done. Rotation at the knee. Kind of. I guess you can kind of do a kneeling pose. Done. That is articulation. That is G1. That is how this is. So if you're new to G1, that's just how it is. But anyway, for transformation, push those together before I ramble on too much. And you turn the legs. Done. That is a neat little 4x4 vehicle mode. Chrome grille. You see his head underneath for a little bit of paint. That's really all there isn't to it. I am a little bit concerned about this angle that this leg is in. I'm going to take a look at it and see if it's something I can fix. Oh, look at that. Just a little bit of bending that fixes it. So, there we go. So now he's got straight legs. That's much better. Be aware of is just inspect them before you buy them. Since you can see them through the package, it's not a big deal. I kind of just grabbed them and went. But yeah, oh man, that's so cool. I might throw some of these in my kids' stockings. I don't know if they care as much as I do. I did get them some Transformer stuff, including the Botbots. So on to Bumblebee. And the one thing I want to point out about Bumblebee that is really nice to fill is rubber tires. Just like we had in the original. I just think it's great to see rubber tires on toys again. But of course, he is a little strange looking having these wheels here. It's not something we're used to anymore because we've had all these modern interpretations of him, including the Masterpiece version, which is an excellent figure if you don't have it. But we have this chrome backing. The face plate is glued to that. And his articulation is pretty much that. I mean, he can bend his toes, but he can't really do much beyond that. And his arm moves. So if you're not familiar with G1, this is what G1 is. This is what we grew up with. If you had G1 and you want to get something that is, a throwback but has a little bit modern take, this is something definitely worth picking up, especially at the price point. Even if you already have some of the other stuff, this might be cool just to have extra variations. So as you can see while I'm talking, I'm just doing the transformation. This one is a little bit more complicated, but there's still nothing to it. And look at that great looking, cute Volkswagen Bug. A little bit of a defect there on the hood. I might be able to wipe that off with something. But for the most part, we've got a great looking little emblem up there. Windows, detailed, headlights, bumper. Can't even tell it was a robot. I mean, these are great. So, like I said, stocking stuffers, definitely something to jump on, definitely something to get. I know I've rambled on a bit, but these are exciting and they're fun to play with. And so, check these out. So anyway, let us know in the comments below what you think about the Botbots, or if you're into the G1 stuff, or even let us know what you think makes the perfect Transformer stocking stuffer. But like always, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.